What's up, guys? We're going to continue our natural stones painting, and this time we're going with negative space instead of positive space. So what I mean by positive space is in the last painting we did of natural stones, we did the background and then we actually painted the positive space. We painted the actual stones that we're going to see. This time we're going to focus on using our textured background that we just made and just painting the grout around it a little bit. And the reason I'm showing you this is because sometimes you have to do high, like in theater, you have to do high volume of painting. I was asked to do walls and walls of stones, and it was going to take a lot longer to do the background and then to paint the positive space on top of this. The painter I was working with I started doing it this way, and the painter I was working with was like, "What are you doing? That's going to take you forever. Let's try this other way." And it made sense. So, what we'll do is with whatever canvas you decided to use, we're just going to use half of it for the stones again, and then we'll use the other half for something else, because this background is so good. We could use it for lots of different textures. And what I did, so go ahead and take a second to do this if you'd like, is I just drew my stones on here. So if you want to take a second and pause the video and make your own stones, that's fine. Now, it's going to be really, really easy and really fast. I'm going to make a very quick black glaze, and it's actually going to be very thin and watered down this time. So I just need a little drop of black paint, and then I'm just taking some water and watering it down quite a bit. Okay, there we go. And what I'm going to do is just paint the negative space. I'm going to work on the grout around the stones, and that'll help differentiate the grout from the stones. This way I maintain the same texture for everything. This texture of the scumble and splatter that we did works well for the stones as well as the grout. And see how like thin that glaze was? We still have more to do on this. There'll be a couple more steps after this, but it's going to work really, really well. Okay, and it's really hard to mess this up because they're natural stones. So if you think, oh, I painted over the line, well, they're natural stones. They're going to be jagged and rough and all that good stuff. So, oh, I rhymed. I like to work with a scratchy brush a lot of times. Okay, and you might be thinking like, oh, well, I don't see much differentiation. We're going to add more. We're going to add some highlights in the next video. But this is just the start of it. So go ahead and paint in the negative space, work on the grout, just a very thin, watery black glaze. And look at that. I'm pretty much done. Yeah, I'm pretty much good to go. So I'm going to leave it just like that. And in the next video, I'll show you how to work on the highlights.